And hello, this is Talking with Fans People. My name is host Eric. I'm the host of Talking with Fans People. My beloved wife and fellow TWP chairman of the board is right there, Rachel. And the question is, can you troll this old man? Yeah, that's right. I'm throwing down the gauntlet this morning. I thought maybe I could encourage any trolls who think highly of their skills to try their hand here against what I think we can all indisputably acknowledge is the fastest gun in the West. Yours truly. And everybody wants to try their hand against the fastest gun in the West. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. I am impressed. I have to say this. I am impressed that almost every time I stream, you manage to be the first person to put something in the chat.
That's impressive.
You are fast, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. You are faster than anybody else. You are here first consistently. So I am impressed.
I'm gonna let people in Discord know.
Good job, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. You win a prize for that. In fact, I'm giving you a wonder point right now for being first all the time. If it was just a one-time thing, whatever. But I'm impressed by the fact that you managed to be first like all the time. Temporal teleporter. Good afternoon. I was gonna say good morning, but I just woke up. It's like afternoon. Rachel and I woke up at the same time today, which is very rare. Very, very rare. Hi, your energized Wolftharian and Matarazi Sound. Serbia is in the house. Thanks, Serbia, for being here. You guys are tough. There's no doubt about that. You can flex all you want. I tell you who I would not want to fight. A Serbian in an MMA fight. Smoke shot. Can I give you 45 pounds? Sure, use the super chat if you want. Talon says, you're so sexy. Well, according to my phone, I also am trying to set up an account on Plenty of Fish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually, of course, but somebody used my phone number and I got like, here's your code for Plenty of Fish as a text this morning. Obviously, I've never been on Plenty of Fish. Even when I was on dating apps, I was never on Plenty of Fish. Alexandre Ebraulides. Hello. And Champion 869 is here to take on the challenge posed by the title. Can he troll his old man? Well, he can certainly tell me to shut up and call my ass sorry. Talon says you could be a damn model. I could be a damn model, but I don't believe in being objectified. I don't like being undressed by other people's eyes. Makes me feel dirty. You love my new American pants. These are overalls. Yeah, I love them too. And they're actually hecho in Mexico. Just for the record.
Made in Mexico?
Yeah. Thanks to NAFTA. It's an American company, but NAFTA means they outsource their manufacturing to Mexico.
Oh.
Hey, I think you're amazing. Can I have a shout out? Sure, Cod Kid. Monkey see, monkey do. Presumably, I'm the monkey and I'm imitating somebody else. I'm watching them doing something and doing it in return. I'm not quite sure where you're getting at. So, anyway, for those of you who are here to troll, such as Champion, just a few quick heads ups about how that's going to play. Anybody who wants to come in and try to troll me is welcome to do so. Welcome to attack me however they want. Critique me, whatever. A few things will get you timed out and or hidden such as if you try to attack Rachel because you're not making any headway with me, then I'll time you out or hide you. If you try to accuse me of counterfactuals, sometimes people call me a pedo or whatever, that'll get you timed out and hidden. Other than that, go ahead, attack all you want. Maybe it says, "Oh, hey, oldie, hey, youngie, how you doing?" Um, it's a Thursday, obviously. Rachel and I will be playing the Mariposa Open Mic tonight. We practiced a little bit more after the stream. Off, we practiced on the stream, huh? Yeah, we did practice on the stream. Never mind. I thought we were off stream, but we were not. We practiced last night, and today I'd like to go again through the few songs that we're gonna play at the open mic. Who would win in a fight, Princess Leia or Padme? I don't know. Hey Rachel, why don't you have wrinkles? Are you a teenager?
I have like smile lines, laugh lines, and stuff.
She's 39. I will put that as the poll here. They call me Santana 1993. Who will win? Mike Tyson or Jake Paul?
That's a good question.
This is a good poll question.
I'm gonna listen from the shower.
Cool. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Champion 8619 says he was born with lupus. Is it possible to be born with lupus? Well, it says here that some people are born with a tendency to get lupus. I don't think people are born with lupus per se. Do you think all these fights are rigged? I don't think that the fight will be rigged, but I do believe that there might be some sort of stipulation like I heard somebody else say it. I have no reason to believe this is accurate, but I could conceive of this being the case. That there's a stipulation where Mike Tyson cannot knock Jake Paul out. But that other than that, it'll be a fair fight or something. That's what somebody else said. And I don't know if I even believe that, but I think it's going to be not rigged. I think Tyson's going to kick his ass, frankly, even though he's 60 years old. Champion 869 suffers from both autism and Down syndrome. Well, that would make you probably the first person ever to suffer from both of those. But yeah, I think Tyson's gonna. Okay, yes, I saw that footage of Tyson training, but I've also heard rumors or whatever that that's not from this year. That's from a few years ago. So I don't know. Bob Saget's coming for me. Thanks, Bob Saget. I want to warn you about the baldness, though. I I I didn't know that I was empowered by my baldness in this fashion, but I am. So I want to read 2 Kings 2:23 through 25. From there, Elisha went up to Bethel, and as he was walking along the road, some boys came out of the town and jeered at him. "Get out of here, Baldy," they said. "Get out of here, Baldy." He turned around and looked at them and called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. then two bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. So you got to be careful when you're trying to jeer someone for boldness, okay? Because obviously that empowers me to call down bears to maul you. I just learned this yesterday, so. Right. A large, apparently, group of boys came out of the town to jeer this guy. The group must have been larger than 42 boys, okay? And they purportedly in unison all said to him, "Get out of here, Baldy! Get out of here, Baldy!" And, he said, "My ass." He used his Landsquaman powers to shot at those circles, called down two bears. And those bears mauled 42 children on his behalf. So, I believe Mickey still would win. Who's Mickey? Oh, Mike. Okay. I do understand he's older. He's not the same young Tyson. I agree. He's not the beast he once was. But I still think he's better than Jake Paul, probably. So I guess Bob Saget has decided I better get out of here before the Bears come and maul me. It doesn't indicate that any of the 42 boys were killed by the bear. So maybe he, with his Landsquaman powers, instructed the bear, just maul the children. Do not kill them. Ryback fan, look who it is. It's me. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 to you as well. Crazy Cat says, "Smoke, cloud, mind blown. You're done for." I am? I mean, I just started streaming. I'm quite confident that I'm not going to finish anytime soon. Kylo, what's up? I don't know who Kylo is. So you'll have to clarify. Unless the person who's Kylo knows who they are and is responding in the chat. In which case, no need for clarification. Yeah, I don't know either. Sometimes people say things that just need clarification, and I ask for clarification. Sometimes they provide it, but usually not. Your champion wants to see Mike Tyson hump Jake Paul. Well, you're probably going to be disappointed. I don't think no matter how the boxing match goes, that it's going to end in them humping. Sorry, I meant Kofi. What's up, Kofi? Did you mistake me for Kofi Annan, former UN General Secretary? I'm not Kofi Annan. I'm also not Boutros Ghali. So, if you're thinking I was a former head of the UN, not. That's a different guy. I don't even think I look anything like him, frankly. I got my hopes up. I'm hoping that a lot of people come in and attempt to troll and stuff. You can't watch a deleted live stream on YouTube. Once somebody deletes a live stream or deletes a video from YouTube, it's gone forever, unless somebody else has saved it and mirrored it someplace else. So, can you sum up the Bill of Rights in 4 words? Government can't do these. I could attempt to troll if you'd like. Never done it, but I'll give it a go for you. You know, I'm hoping to get some. Hi, Chris Chapman. Yes, these are overalls. I'm hoping to get. Uh, okay, I'll play this game, Cotton Eye Joe. Are you in? The first 10 amendments. That's a good forward. Okay, you win the higher. You beat me on that one. You win the wonder point there, okay? Minea? Hello, Minea in the Philippines. Hello. I did say, are you in? You're correct. Prompting me to follow it up with, am I in what? Am I in what, you know? They look more formal than blue denim. I just, I don't know why. I just saw the dark brown. I said, hey, I want the dark brown one. I'm going to get another, my name's Eric. I'm going to get another overalls in a different color. I may get gray. I think I think Tyson is gonna win. That's what I think. Even though he's old, it's like God said, and that guy is gonna be an absolute killer with his fists. And Mike Tyson was born. It's going fine, Ryback fan. I don't think it's your fault. I think you were just exploring possibilities. There's nothing wrong with that. This is like if Tyson fights his best fight even at 60, I don't think if it's not fixed at all, and Tyson brings the thunder as he can at least for a short period of time. Uh, Even if he's old, he can probably do it for a round or something. If he brings the thunder, Jake Paul won't last a round, I don't think. Tyson is like he's the true greatest ever. He may not have had the greatest career, he may not have been heavyweight the longest or something like that. But there's never been any man at his prime that more meets the following criterion. Nobody should ever want to get in the ring with that man. I've watched his knockouts so many times. So all of his early fights were just like this. He just, the battle goes, he just walk across the ring like this, and he just bow, 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 and the person would just be like down within the first 30 seconds, just like, oh, what is this? These are professional boxers. He's turning into like little whimpering girls, right? Tyson is the greatest ever. I don't care, Muhammad Ali, whatever else, but Tyson, nobody was scarier than Tyson. In my opinion, Mike Tyson is the true GOAT of boxing. Just in terms of just sheer scariness and will meow you super meow or something. Dev Tarzan says, Eric, I hardly ever cry, but 60s Vietnam songs make me go into crybaby mode as if I had been there. I should listen to happy music then. Oh, he's a unique man. Never seen anyone with his genetics, period. His muscles or something else couldn't pay me to fight that man. Yeah, I mean, hey, I wouldn't want any piece of Tyson today or at any time. Muhammad Ali was a phenom. We love him as a legacy champion. Yeah, well, the thing is, Muhammad Ali was a very smart boxer, and he used his cleverness, his wits, his strategy, and did you love the fight Khabib versus Conor? I don't think I've seen it. I go through periodic phases where I watch a lot of boxing on YouTube, but then I run out of like new fights, and so I stop watching for a while. About time for me to get back into one of those phases. I mean, I think Canelo is extremely good fighter. He's no Tyson, but I think he's real. He's a serious like world champion kind of fighter. When I think of Mike Tyson, every time I think of Mike Tyson, I also think of Broderick Tatum, the Mike Tyson character from The Simpsons, who's basically Mike Tyson with a different name. This is the taste I love to hate. Yeah, Canelo. What's his? Is that his first name or his last name? I can't remember his other name. What's on the agenda today? Well, Rachel and I are gonna go play a open mic this evening, and so we're gonna have at most like a 4 hour long stream, and during that 4 hours, we will probably practice the songs we're gonna play a few times. And what else will we be doing today? Well, maybe I'll do a chore or two. Like I need to take the trash cans in from the street. Maybe I'll go up there and get them. It's kind of chilly outside. It's a little too cold to be out here with a jacket. So before I go do that, I'll put a jacket on. Okay. I am absolutely loving these overalls. Okay. I just absolutely love them. But it is very frustrating that this zipper is stuck. It came this way. It came stuck. I cannot pull it down, no matter how hard I try. That is annoying. But it still doesn't prevent me from wanting to get another pair of these in a different color because other than that, these things are perfect. I love them so much. They've got pockets in all the right places. I love the way that the hand pockets are specifically to be hand pockets. Like they're just the right height for you putting your hand in like this. They're not for putting things in. You've got plenty of other pockets to put things in. Your hand pockets are just for your hands. I like that. Like, that's perfect. It's perfect. Just rest your hands in your pockets. All right, let's go back inside. What I've noted in these streams is that this has the perfect amount of pockets. It doesn't have too many pockets. I don't like too many pockets. They're organized around the thing perfectly. They've got different size pockets that are clearly purposed for different things. There's a nice zipped breast pocket here to put your wallet and important stuff in. It's amazing. Whoever designed these things is brilliant. Lou, if I haven't already given you a wonder point for this, there's a wonder point for you. Even if I have given you one, here's another one. Okay, you earned it with that excellent suggestion. Now, if I can just get the zipper down, I think about getting some pliers and just kind of yanking as hard as I could until see if it breaks or comes down. But put some oil on it, maybe. It's annoying. It's really, really annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. But it's kind of a big deal because one thing about overalls is, um, unlike pants, uh, if I'm gonna go pee, I'm wearing overalls because of the added hassle of taking them off. I'm more likely to go, I might as well just stand up and pee in the sink. But I can't do that without taking them off also unless I can zip down this zipper. Yeah, this zipper is tight. I cannot zip it down for the life of me. It just, it came this way. It came just stuck up, you know? I pulled on it many times. I tried a little bit of that last night, but I didn't take it. I didn't make a serious effort at it. I need to do that. That's what I need to do. But I need to lay them out on the bed with my glasses, look at it very carefully, see if I can figure out, put a little bit of oil on it, try to, you know, Fonzie it a little bit, kind of make it go work. Wouldn't it be nice if everything in life could be Fonzie? I don't want a replacement. I'm happy with these overalls. I don't want to send them back. I hate that idea. You know, I'm like Delilah says this too. If I buy something and it's like doesn't not my size, not cool, doesn't work or whatever, I just chalk it up as an L. There's no returning things for Eric. It's like I'm responsible for making this consumer decision. If the thing I get isn't what I want, I just chalk it up as a loss. Hi, Alicia. I think in some way, um, in some ways, Fonzie powers would be the best powers of all to have. Of all the superpowers you could have, the most useful would be the Fonzie power, where you could, when things aren't working, you just give them a quick tap tap, and then they start working again. What more useful power could you possibly have? Yeah, I'm thinking of putting a little oil on. I think I'm actually gonna put a little vegetable oil on it instead of WD-40. But uh, yeah, I haven't given up. Okay, I have not given up on this zipper yet. I just have not done any of those things that I need to do to make a serious effort at it. Okay, I will do those things. I will do those things before I give up on the zipper entirely. The thing is, it's much better that the zipper be stuck up than be stuck down, obviously. So, um, I can live with it stuck up. I prefer to sit down to pee anyway. That's why I'm thinking about using a little bit of just vegetable oil, right? Like canola oil or something. Let's see how the poll's doing, actually. I mean, Tyson should be up 78%, maybe even more. You think you'd prefer the power of subtle persuasion? You think I should talk my zipper into being fixed? Come on now. Come on, zipper. Listen, don't you really prefer to work? Wouldn't you be happier if you were able to go up and down instead of having to stay in one place all the time? Is that how I should? Oh, I have some of that too, Alicia. I have some of that. Well, it doesn't matter for you, Lou. You don't have a penis, okay? So that doesn't matter for you. You can't pull out your penis through that slit and go pee standing up. So you don't need that zipper, okay? That zipper does you no good at all. I mean, I guess it could do you good. Like, let's say you needed to hide something in your panties. You could zip that down, stick your drugs in your panties, and zip it back up. What is that under there? Under where? Under this? My boobs. My boobs are under this. I'm so thankful not to have this parts. Yeah, it doesn't matter for you either, Alicia. Obviously, if you know what, I might get spring break a little bit. Yes, you did make me say underwear. Okay, if you consider that a trolling success, then you have met your criterion for success. Congratulations. Consider me trolled. By the way, MSMRA, have you ever been to Wendy's? What do I mean? I mean, when these nuts are dragged across your face. Now who got trolled? You did. By me. I was just getting a full night's sleep, you know. I stopped streaming at like 4 in the morning, so I didn't get up till noon, 12:30. The last time you went to Wendy's nuts are dragged across your face. I went to Wendy's and an elderly man was wearing some very short shorts with his eggs hanging out the side of one leg. Ah, that must have been fortunate. I mean, that must have been, I read fortunate from it. That must have been distressing. Just kind of trying to look anywhere but, right? Let me look over there. Let me look over here. He had to have been aware of this. I think he was just like, I'm so old I can get away with just hanging out my nuts. But you know, back in the 70s, 80s, uh, like I remember a lot of guys wore like short shorts, kind of, but not necessarily tied around the legs with boxers, and kind of like a regular phenomenon. You'd see someone's scrotal flash. Yeah, very 70s, 80s. Yeah, it's like that was common back in the day. It seems like. Uh, who's there, salad dealer? Who is there? I want to know who is there. Salad dealer has said knock knock. I gave you your who's there already. Who is there? I want to know. Who's there who? Is that what you want? I don't know. Knock knock. Who's there who? I'm supposed to tell you? It's me, Eric. How you doing? Okay, well, if I'm supposed to tell you, then I will tell you. Either, since you're the one knocking, you're the one who's there, but I'm going to say me anyway. I'm there. Because I'm also there. I'm the one answering the door. So there you go. It's you and me who are there at this door event, at this knocking door event. Why couldn't little Sally swing on the swing set? Because it was broken? Is that the answer? She didn't have any arms. Well, that's also a good reason to swing. I mean, she could be pushed, though, still on the swing, even without any arms. So I think my answer is better. Alicia says, knock, knock. Eric replies, who is there? Who? Who is there? Not Sally. Okay. When I heard the first joke, I was just like, man, right? But I didn't know it came in combination with a knock knock joke. Now I'm impressed. Now I like that joke. I'm giving you a wonder point. I know I'm throwing them around willy nilly today, but that's just how it is sometimes. I love the combo joke. I love the fake out implicit in that. That is an excellent joke construction. Like before I even start that joke, though, I kind of want to tell him. Now, listen, this joke is made up of two jokes, so wait for the end of the second joke. I will, Alicia. In fact, I won't just take one for you. I will transubstantiate it from my lungs to your brain. Because I have that power. I'm not exactly sure when it is. I don't know what I'm doing over Easter weekend. Yes, wonder points are very important. Get out of here, Baldy. All right, so I'm going to transubstantiate a bong rip for Alicia. You know, what I find myself doing, as I did this morning, I'm going to probably do it forever now. Thanks to Sean and his amazing Bible quote. Somebody came in earlier and tried to troll me by calling me bald, you know. I read him that quote from the Bible. I'm like, you're basically begging to be mauled by bears. So, gonna smoke some Peterson nightcap brew. Is that really pipe tobacco? Peterson nightcap doesn't sound like the name of a pipe tobacco, but maybe it is. Anyway, I'll join you with my own pipe tobacco here. I'm going to be transubstantiating this bong rip from my lungs to Alicia's head by the power vested in me as Archpastor of God's Big Heaven Church. I hereby transubstantiate thee. That's just flour. When I put too much concentrate on it, I cough too much, you know. I did that yesterday, and now I don't feel like putting concentrate on it anymore. Okay, I need beverage. Oh, I have beverage. I just made myself coffee. Excellent. Hi, Scott Taylor. I remember you. You were here in multiple guises yesterday. Now, everybody should acknowledge that Scott Taylor falls under the set label of someone with two first names. They're both first names. Neither of them should be your last name. So, I don't know what we call those people. firsters. Firsters. And I think that we should start to refer to them as such, use that group label to discriminate against them. Saying things like, those firsters, they don't even know what it's like to have a last name. Where's Kaniga? I don't know. I'll bite. I don't know, Hidden Hodge. Where's Kaniga? I always wanted to change my name to Brad Faxon. Really? Why? Get out of here, you firsters. Uh-oh. I wonder what kind of animal the firsters will bring down to maul me. Bald people get bears. What do firsters get? They can have a flock of birds of prey, like falcons and hawks and stuff. Go! Oh no! You get all scratched. I don't think the beavers are going to do much mauling. Now, I don't believe in the capacity to maul, Scott Taylor. You need some kind of creature that can do some kind of mauling. Unless you're a tree, beavers are not going to maul you. I know, firsters. Type your NISFP, easiest session. Yeah, well, any polar is pretty easy to spot, right? Mosquitoes. Okay, fine. You can have mosquitoes. If you prefer mosquitoes, that's a good way to maul somebody. You have a swarm of mosquitoes just all come and maul somebody. All right, Hidden Hodge asks another one. I will bite again. Would you ever go to 63rd? What's that? Tiffany's great. She's just chilling. She's doing her thing in this bag. Yeah, you could. Yeah, right. You can maul people with West Nile virus. That would be a totally appropriate punishment for jeering you. Where is Tiffany? Like I see everybody but Tiffany. She must be someplace else. Where did I put her? Where are you, Tiffany? Oh, that's right. Tiffany has clothes on right now. That's why I probably can't spot her. Here she is. She's got clothes on, see? All right, I wear clothes. That's great, Tiffany. You're wearing clothes. Where'd you get them? I found them. You didn't find them. You stole them from me. You lost them. Those Weber. I didn't lose it. I was wearing them on my body and you stole them. Shut up, Weber. Ow! Was that I dropped? They have all these other dolls in my lap. I was trying to find Tiffany. I've got all these things here. And I gotta put them back now. In the bag. Sasquatch don't want back in bag. All right, Sasquatch, you can hang out too. Sasquatch said, "It's good there. Be outside." Okay. Glad to hear it, Sasquatch. Squashka! Hi, Squashka. Hi, dumb human girl. let me lower this down. Obviously, it's important that we integrate our friends. 63rd is, well, I don't know what that's all about, Hidden Hodge. I'm sorry. Tiffany's not homeless. Tiffany lives here with us. She found me, so I belong to her now. According to the logic of Tiffany. And according to the logic of Tiffany, therefore I have to do as she says. That's how it goes, you know? No way to fight just the way things are. You just gotta deal with it. It's like me and my baldness. I can't fight it. I just have to accept it. No, kitty. No. You are not the boss of me. Tiffany is. Squash cat. Miss Sasquatch. Not squash cat. Let's see here. Let me lower this down. And we'll play with dolls for a while. How much do these overalls cost? Less than $100. I don't remember the exact price, but it was like 80 something or I don't know. Close to 100, but less than 100. Which I think is a pretty good price for overalls. Ha, ha, my name is Tiffany. With an I. Tiffany. Tiffany. Thus, you have seen on your television pictures of a mysterious creature running in the woods named Squash Cat. Well, let me introduce you to a real Squash Cat. There's a Squash Cat. Say hello. Me Sasquatch, not Squash Cat. Squash Cat is brown and furry, like a cow. Sasquatch not like cow. Shh. It's okay, Squash Cat. I'm here now. Sasquatch no need your pat. Pat, 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 pat. Here. Now, you carry me away. Just carry me away. Squash Cat, I mean, you got me calling yourself Squash Cat. Yeah, Squash Cat, that is your name. What are the people on the other side? Blah, 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 blah. Call out. I can't read that word. I don't know what that is. My robot arm will poke you in the eye. Like this. Ja! Ja! Hold on a second. I gotta go get some more olive milk. Dumb girl, wear clothes went. Squash Cat, I'm not dumb. I don't know where my clothes are. I lost them. Losers, whippers.
She lost us to frostbite.
So yeah, what happened to her hand? Well, she went out into the snow. Not this past winter, but the winter before. And she was making some videos out in the snow. I guess it was too cold for this plastic, and her arm broke off. Oh, my arm fell off. Oh, look, why is it all that white stuff? Where's my arm? Oh, but it's fine, 'cause I got this cool robot arm. Thanks, Tiffany, for sharing. Um, this kind of comment is unacceptable. Tiffany always loses her clothes. These clothes actually go on a different doll. When I got Tiffany, she didn't have any clothes. And normally for all the videos, she just didn't have any because she never had any, you know?
Losing them.
Yeah, it just happened to be that I got another doll later on that was wearing this and discovered that it would fit her, you know? It was her size. So she stole it from that girl, obviously. Do you be hitting that? No, I don't. I don't have sex with my dolls, actually. Uh, I don't even know how one would go about doing that. So, we shall. You need NECA werewolf and Lugosi NECA figure. I don't know what those are. A lot of people need a translator for Burb. Fallen Deity says it's a rigged fight and no one will win, so I'm not going to vote. Yeah, I've heard that from more than one person. I just smoked the world's largest shard of crystal meth. Well, Hidden Hodge, you must be feeling fine. It's a lot. You must be rich. Rich in dolls? Yeah, I'm rich in dolls. Okay, I'm back to where I left off. Knock, knock, Chad Ryan. Knock, knock. That's a little too vulgar, Hidden Hodge. I don't know, Chad Ryan. It's me, Eric. Actually, it's me. My name's Eric. I'm knocking on your door. It's me. Dance. Dance. You get to dance. Like you're raving all the time. You get to dance. You get to dance. You get to dance. Like you're raving all the time. Woohoo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was the worst joke ever. That's pretty good. Were you around for the previous two-parter joke? It's a two-joke combo that doesn't complete until the finishing of the second joke. The first joke is, why can't Sally swing on the swing set? Because she has no arms. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not Sally. Somebody told me that today. Somebody told me that one today. That was pretty good.
It is.
What are some of your hobbies? Do I have hobbies? Well, doing this is my primary hobby. I play the guitar. Rachel and I play together, sing songs. We're gonna do that tonight. We're gonna go to open mic. I like to watch anime. I watch a lot of anime. I'm really looking forward to the new season. It's always fun when we start coming around to the start of a new Crunchyroll season. Because, Crunchyroll simulcasts come in seasons. You get like good number of shows per season. So you've got like this past season, Friday, Saturday, Sunday all had like 4 or 5 shows that I wanted to watch the new episode of. The rest of the days of the week had one, zero, or two or three. Like kind of not that. The rest of the days weren't that packed. The season before had more good shows that I wanted to watch. There were good shows I wanted to watch every day. We'll see what this season brings. I've looked through the like schedule of shows due to premiere that have been announced. Uh, it looks pretty promising, but we shall see. One never knows until one watches a given show if it's going to live up to the promise of its concept, title, and sort of initial trailer kind of stuff. X and XX or browsers? I don't know what browsers sounds familiar, but I don't know what either of those things are. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, I know one of them.
What's one of
I
them?
think browsers is like a porn making business.
Okay.
So then X and XX
Must be another
probably,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question because I'm not familiar with the work of either of those. Bob Saget says, "Why did you leave me at the altar? And you broke my heart." Because our whole relationship, and up until we were walking to the altar, I was having a severe psychotic break. I finally snapped out of it as we were walking to the altar, and I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm out of here." That's why I still have the rings. I still have the rings. I thought about giving them back to you, but I was just like, fuck that guy.
I'll go put those upstairs.
So cool. Now you've got plenty of energy to get stuff done. You can clean your house. You can gather things from people's trash and make sculptures out of them. I'm excited for your new life filled with the thrills and chills of dopamine. You can't have them back, Bob. I'm sorry. You can't have them back. That's what you get for taking advantage of somebody who is clearly having a psychotic break and getting them to agree to marry you and arranging the whole thing. How do you spot a female with a dick? Look between their legs when they're naked. If you see something hanging down, some wrinkly kind of sack thing, then that's going to be actually a man, not a woman. So there you go. You could also say, just simply ask them, "Hey, do you have a Y chromosome?" That'll tell you the answer. If the answer is yes, then they're a male. Or you could be a little more circumspect and be like, "So, hey, just fun fact. I got one Y chromosome. How many do you have?" That'd be a little more low key, a little more tricky. Uh, you could say, "Oh my God, there's a bee on your crotch," and then try to swat it away and then feel around and see like that. Check to see if they're wearing a T-shirt that says "I have a dick." If so, that's a good sign. My name is Eric, and I am from California, the United States of America. I live here in the center of the state, right near Yosemite. That's true, and fun and nice. Jason Bender, hello, Bob Saget. I thought you passed away 2 years ago, hitting your head in the hotel on the bedroom. I don't know quite how you hit your head on the bedroom. So I thought I had a really interesting conversation last night with some people about relativity and the future and stuff. It actually helped me to understand it better. Um, I hadn't quite framed it as they explained it and they understood it better than I did. I feel like now I understand it the same way, uh, but it made me realize how difficult a definition of the future is to not Bob Seger, Bob Saget, okay? Bob Seger, nobody cares about whether he's alive or not. Bob Saget, is that true, Hidden Hodge? I've not heard that before. That's horrible. Is that true? I guess I could Google it. Spanch Bob. Who's Spanch? I've not heard the term Spanch. Ruben R., good morning and welcome. Rennet S. from Russia, hello. I bet that it's colder there, even though it's almost April, than it is here. That's what I'm guessing. You tell me. Right now, here it is 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you need me to convert that to Celsius for you? I can do that. 56 Fahrenheit to Celsius. 13.3. 13.3 degrees Celsius. That's what temperature it is here. Is it colder than that in Russia? Rennet S. I mean, I could put what's the temperature in Russia, but that's just an insane and absurd question because Russia's massive. Like, what's the mean temperature in Russia or something? What's the average? Come on, dude. What about Jesus? How does Jesus fit into time travel? Because I met him. He's real, real. So, how does he fit into time travel? I'm not sure. Okay. I've never eaten ass, and I'd appreciate it if you try to avoid being unnecessarily vulgar. Okay. I'm a no English. Sorry. Okay. Well, then you're probably not going to enjoy this live stream very much. You love American cinema? Well, America does make some good movies. So do other countries. I enjoy a lot of foreign media. I'm a huge fan of Japanese cartoons. They make me they're my version of a little red Corvette. Japanese cartoons. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah.
So Prince, he was into having a little red Corvette. I'm into watching Japanese cartoons. Therein lies the equivalency. Top 5 movies. That's a tough one. But I'm gonna try to do recentish movies. I'm gonna put number one Quiz Lady. Quiz Lady number one. Um, what else have I liked a lot in recent years, Rachel? That I've watched or we've watched together. Can you think of anything? I mean, I really was extremely impressed and would give maximum high marks to a movie that was challenging to watch that I watched with Rachel that she recommended called Before Sunrise.
Oh yeah. I love that movie. That's one of my top 5.
Yeah, Rennet S. I know. I don't blame the Russian people. I think you and I are probably in full agreement that Putin needs to suck his fucking ass.
Yeah.
It'd be great if Putin would just like be walking down the street one day and accidentally like something would drop onto his head from a high thing, just like somebody accidentally knocked an anvil out their window or something. And that would just end Putin and then it'd be fine. Somebody more sane would come into power. Uh, you know, So anyway, top five movies we were on. I mentioned Before Sunrise. I
Oh,
mentioned, of
what
course,
about
Quiz Lady.
Princess Bride?
I mean, I have those ones. I'm gonna try to do new movies rather than
Oh,
old movies like
oh.
that. So, or at least movies I've seen more recently and liked more recently, even if it's an older movie.
Even if it's an older movie.
Yeah, as long as it's not an old favorite of mine.
Oh, I see. Huh.
So, because my old favorites that I've named as favorite movies for a long time, but you know, they were my favorite movies a long time ago. They're not necessarily. I still think they're great movies. They're Princess Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas. But I want to provide five different movies than that. Little Nicky, how Stella got her groove back. Doug's first movie, The Blair Witch Project 2, and Dirty Dancing.
What a mix you got in there.
Nathan, I don't know if I remember you or not, but I believe that you deserve to be remembered. Um, okay, so I've so far come up with Quiz Lady and Before Sunrise. Uh, the first time I watched it, I greatly enjoyed that comedy, White Hot American
American
Summer.
Summer.
The second time I watched it,
It
it
was
fell
really
off a lot.
funny, yeah.
So I'm not sure about that.
I know. That's why there hasn't been that many. How about what? How about the John Wicks? Have you liked any of those?
I've actually enjoyed them all, but I'm not sure if any of them would make my top five.
Mm-hmm.
I would. I'll go ahead and include Thor Ragnarok on this because
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
that film, and even though it's not kind of new to this list exactly. It's not old, so I'll put that one on the list. Uh, I think that's a great film.
It is.
Um, I think it's the single best Marvel film. Although, I could easily enough put Infinity War on that list too. Infinity War is fantastic. Those are two fantastic Marvel films.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of them are. They actually made a lot of good ones, but only a couple fantastic ones. And then nowadays, it's like they're all just.
Yeah. Ever since what's his name passed.
And I really think they need to bring me in to provide them the Parker chart landscape of villains, heroes, and such, so they can make just a whole new universe with Mayan Shanktopus, Glide Flaps, International Delight, Parker chart Lemon Squeeze. Um, we have Land Squirrel Man, Air Squirrel Lady.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of when I think about it, a lot of different characters in this universe, and I think it would freshen things up a bit.
It's always good to freshen things up every once in a while.
Like it would be kind of unique. Nobody else has a superhero whose power is to recommend that they try something sour or try something tart
Tart.
as a solution.
Yeah.
You know, International Delight. There's a ship going down in the North Atlantic filled with passengers. I think we should try something pot. I appreciate your input, Pocket Tots, but I don't think a tartness is going to be a good solution this time. Well, how about something sour? Again, Pocket Tot, I don't, not every time is something sour or tart appropriate. Let's go fly out to the scene of the crash and the international delight, will attempt to save them. Of course, they go there, and who do they find? Complicating matters in the ocean next to the boat. Mayan Shanktopus. who's arrived with his 128 tentacles, each of which is bearing an obsidian sacrifice knife, and he's just waiting for that ship to go down so he can sacrifice all the passengers and bring back his dark Mayan lord.
Wow.
Lay off the glass. Lay off the glass. I'm not laying on any glass. What do you mean by that? Do you mean, say, glass of alcohol? I don't drink any alcohol. I have not drank alcohol for 10 years. I do have a cup, not made of glass, filled with coffee. Twin Coconuts says, hello from England. Actually, says, hello from England. But I say in return, hello from America. Thank you, the King. I appreciate your subbing and your love of this channel. Those are two things that I desire. Your provision of them pleases me. Can you take us outside and do something fun instead of just talking to the camera? I mean, I could just talk to the camera outside if you find that more fun. It does seem like an appropriate time for a health tube. Let's go outside. Sure, Buck. Sure. Oh, no, I'm going to continue talking like a woman, though. I want you to know that. That's not going to change. Because I have the spirit of womanhood in my heart.
You do.
I do. That's why I like to make up cheers. I'm a native-born cheerleader.
You're a very good
What is this?
judge of fashion.
What is this? Do you know what that is?
What?
I don't know what it is.
What the heck?
I don't know what that is.
I would think it'd be like a small figurine that has wood, but I can't.
I can't think of anything. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Anyway, spirit of woman in my heart. Went from wearing stupid hats to stupid overalls. Well, I will assure you, sir, these overalls are not stupid. These are the most sensible clothes I've ever had. The pockets, I've got, my lighter pocket right here. I've got a cigarette pocket.
I'm going to be nerdy when washing them, and I'm not going to put them in the dryer.
Okay. I mean, if they were to shrink a little bit, it'd be fine.
Fine? Okay.
Yeah. I got a pocket here for my cigarettes. See? Perfectly sit right here. I put my glasses right here if I want to. Oh, that's fine, Renah. Thank you. Yeah, Ruben says, you're stupid. What do you think about that, huh? What do you think about that, mister? You got in trouble with Ruben. And now you're embarrassed. Okay, let's go outside. Fine, let's look around. This is outside. Where trees and stuff are. I'm bringing the spirit of womanhood here to the manly outside. Wow, the stream's really pumping. We got rain again last night. You guys can certainly hear this. Okay, you could see it right there too. Let me zoom in on it. Can you see it? Oh yeah, you can see it kind of. Oh, there's a stream down there. Sounds nice, right? I like to listen to this stream. I think it sounds nice. I'm so womanly, yes, I certainly am. I'm not just talking like a woman, but I'm also singing like a man. If you don't like my womanly ways, then perhaps you should go elsewhere where they're talking about manly stuff like shooting animals like bears and tigers and deers. Yeah, the stream's really pumping right now. You can hear it like just really coming down the culvert, you know? I could go down the hill a little ways in theory, but I don't know how far down I could go before I lose internet. We've got a ton of these caterpillars around. There are caterpillars everywhere. And if you look here, what do we see? Some caterpillars eating this leaf. And a caterpillar right here. Where are some more caterpillars? Let's go caterpillar hunting to find as many caterpillars as we can. We just go this way. I'm not going to go back and start at the beginning and get them all. Here's one. There's a caterpillar. These caterpillars will turn into butterflies. That's why this place is called Mariposa. It gets shit tons of butterflies certain times a year. There's a caterpillar. And there's another one up there. We've got a caterpillar over here. The ones on the white are easy to spot, you know. Got one right up there. How many caterpillars do you have? I have a lot of caterpillars, Tad. There's a caterpillar right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. Like, where's that guy going, you know? There's nothing up higher but more of the same, dude. I guess maybe he's going to the edge of that thing. Who knows? I don't know the ways of caterpillars. I don't know what they want. I don't know why they go where they go. I think this actually, I've been saying this is a sequoia. I think it actually might be a cedar tree. At least that's what the plumber said about equivalent trees at the other house. Said they were cedar trees. Can anybody tell me by looking at this bark and these leaves what kind of tree this is? I'll tell you one thing about this kind of tree, whatever kind of tree it is. When you're on mushrooms, looking at this bark is just like, it's just a bunch of eyes and this crazy geometric shit, you know? Right, we're going to play that show tonight. That's what we got going on. More caterpillars? Let's see if there are any more caterpillars. They don't seem to be over here on this side of the house very much. I'm not sure why. Oh, well, I know why. Because there's no ground. There's no, like, nature here for them to come from. That must be why. Just this. These are actually how the rocks naturally were. They're like, oh, how fortunate. A perfectly flat concrete slab. Naturally occurring. We just build right on top of it. That's how they made this house. All right, well, you got to hear me talk about walking around now without reading stuff for a while because I didn't feel like walking around with my glasses on because then I got to constantly shift between glasses on and glasses off. You know, kind of a strain on the eyes. It's a gorgeous day. I would call this mostly cloudy. Yeah, or fewer clouds. I might call it partly cloudy, but I'm going to go ahead and deem this mostly cloudy. You know, they have these designations on the weather sites. Light rain, heavy rain. wintry mix, snow, heavy snow, clear, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, cloudy. These are the designations of weather, the taxonomy of possible weather states that a given place might find itself in. What a beautiful day. It's like cold, crisp air, no bugs. It rained last night. It's just gorgeous. I could just stand here and breathe. Thank you, God, for my bounty. Undeserved though it may be, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Amen. So you kind of got to end prayers, right? You gotta let God know you're done. You don't want to like forget to hang up and have his voicemail just continue recording your conversation. Like then you start talking with your friend about sandwiches, and God's like, "Is this part of the prayer?" Hilarious. And that's how prayer works, everybody. Keep that in mind. Looked at images of Corey Trench, and I think it's more likely a cedar. Well, thanks for answering the question. I appreciate that. Hi, Kim Kitty. Champion 869 is taking the title challenge here to see if he can control me. I would say that judges' scorecards are going to be not kind to you on that one. You have to do better than that, right? Has anyone watched the Typology when she got raided by the cops? They banged on her door and honked a loud horn through a window. Why did they raid her? What did she do? Did somebody just swat her or what? Fantasy. I don't know what fantasy means. Oh, I just saw a streamer get swatted. The people in chat kept talking about it and said, knock, 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 Chicago police. Well, I have been meaning to, and Rachel and I will, in fact, do this. We're going to go to the Mariposa Sheriff's Department, introduce ourselves, explain to them that we're live streamers, that we're subject to that potentially, and that, you know, if they want, anytime that they hear something like that, they're welcome to come to the house, just knock on the door. We'll be happy to let them in. They can come and look around. You know, I don't have anything to hide. So.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that, honestly.
I've been planning to do it for a while, and I just haven't gotten around to it. When she walks across the screen with no pants on, poor girl shouldn't be streaming in that condition if she's taking pills like that. Taking what kind of pills?
Who?
I kept telling them not to. She woke right up and probably got in trouble. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, they thought she OD'd, so they called the cops. Oh, well, she passed out off camera, huh? Maybe a tree is a Jeffrey's pine. Most common trees growing in Yosemite, Sierra Nevada. The Jeffrey's main identifying trait is a smell, a sweet butterscotch-like scent. I'll have to smell those trees, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the good news, real Scott Taylor, is I don't take those kind of drugs. So that's never gonna happen to me. I'm never gonna be like, is this safe for him right now? He's really, you know, it's never gonna go down like that because I don't take the kind of drugs you can OD on. But you can go outside and smell the trees.
Wait, what's going on, Luminix? Still in ICU, but they think it's pneumonia, which is more than they knew yesterday. So hopefully they can meaningfully treat her. Someone having a motion? You feeling sick?
Lou's mom, I think it is.
Oh, Lou's mom. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, Lou had two family members in surgery. So
Wow, that's a lot. I'm glad your stepdad's surgery went well. I can't believe he's already at home. Not your mom?
it wasn't your mom? I thought it was your mom. My bad. Yeah, the thing is, my friend Benny Blanco always does that too, and nobody calls the cops on him. I mean,
You
you got.
mean Benny Blanco, like the guy who's going out with Selena Gomez? That's the only Blanco I know of.
Is Tiffany taking a nap? Well, she and Squash Cat are. She's talking quietly to Squash Cat right now, telling him all about her vision for a hot air balloon ride. Hi, Mr. Nitro. Yeah, I actually want to revisit that a little bit. Yesterday, I had a title that said, "Is this man a time traveler from 2134?" And for some portion of that live stream, it wasn't not at the beginning actually, but some point people started coming in and asking me a bunch of questions about the future. So I just went with it and played the role and tried to do it as well as I could. And but I realized at some point that some I suspected some of the people were believing me. So I had to say, just to be clear, I'm just playing around here. Uh, I'm not actually a time traveler from 2134. Okay. Because I wasn't trying to fool anybody. I didn't want to like do a hoax or anything. I was just playing around, but I played it as straight as I could. I gave the best answers I could, and I had a very plausible sounding story. I had a plausible, I have done it, it looked terrible. I had a plausible sounding way of time traveling, right? Which was that it was an accident. I was messing around with tech I shouldn't have been playing with. I should trying to fix something that was kind of new tech. It had quantum suppressors on it, which saved you 30% on your electricity supposedly. This new thing, and I was trying to fix it myself, and I did something wrong, and I all of a sudden I was back, about 5 years ago in the contemporary time frame. And so people would say like, "Well, are you here?" That cuts off all these lines of questioning. Are you here to tell us anything, or blah blah blah? I just said accidentally time travel. I wish I hadn't. I obviously don't know anything about it. Blah 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 blah. So I think that was a very plausible kind of explanation for time travel. And then also, I didn't have any apocalyptic nyas. So I was like, actually, we do eventually solve global warming. They developed a small device that does carbon sequestration, and there's sort of a general entreaty for the general population to buy that device, and people use it at their home. And it worked, and levels of carbon in the atmosphere dramatically went down. Now people are saying don't use it anymore. That kind of stuff, right? Um, Yeah, I could tell multiple people were believing me because I'm playing it totally straight. And I said, actually, there's not been any World War III yet. There's been a continuation of multiple small wars and stuff. Israel Palestine is exactly as it is today. Now, the goddamn thing has changed. It's crazy. Um, I gave a lot of really plausible answers to people's questions, and I played it as straight as I could. And I had, at least some of the people there believing me. So I had to clarify that no, I'm not a time traveler. I'm just making all this shit up on the fly. I also told them that baseball didn't exist anymore because people were getting arm injuries too much. They decided to just kind of after a dramatic arm injury, it cost one player both of his arms. Then they just kind of stopped playing baseball. You travel from 92 to the present. It took 31 years. Yeah, I know. I traveled from 71 to the present in 52. Uh, so, and then they asked a bunch of questions. I said, look, I don't remember. I actually did coincidentally major in history in college, which is different than it is now, all, remote. But, uh, and I did specialize in 20th century history and some of this time period, but I don't remember all these details about stuff you're asking. Just pretend like you're asking questions about 1914, like, who's going to win the cricket championship in 1914? I don't know. So that kind of thing made it more plausible, explaining how I don't know a bunch of shit about what's going to happen right now because obviously for me it was 110 years ago. I wasn't that into the details of what happened.
Um, does this have anything to do with like us? Short-term rental discussion nets, no action.
Yeah, I read that article, and was that one come today?
Yeah.
Okay, well I read the article before about it,
Okay.
and I that's the article before said essentially this article was going to come out
Oh.
that there wasn't going to be any action probably, and it went over all the things that to discuss. But the info that I took away from it that made me want to do month to month um, was the info about possible rates per night and occupancy rates and stuff, and county taxes and stuff. It made me start thinking about does this really make sense to run this as a vacation rental? So I could read that as well, but we've already decided to go month to month, so
Yeah.
I'm
No. I
urgency for
just
me to read
didn't
that.
know if I didn't know what they meant by short-term rental.
Yeah, that's what we were going to do.
Ah.
STR, as they call it in all the
So
documents.
it hasn't totally been cleared.
No, I mean it's like basically everything I've read about it is they're not taking any action on it. That there's a
Oh.
wide variety of positions on it. That many people think as many people think it's a good thing to have STRs as think it's a bad thing. It increases business in the town from tourists and stuff, and to have more lodging available for tourists is good for the town's economy in general. The complaints are we can't really have a neighborhood because everybody around here is been a man. But the answer to that in the previous article, people were saying, yeah, but really, you don't have contact with your neighbors anymore because the world's changed and people are busy and people have digital relationships and stuff like that.
True. That's true. Very true. Um, two things that I would love to happen. One, for PG&E to fix the roads.
That would be great.
Two, or maybe three things. For a Starbucks to come in.
That's likely to happen at the old Burger King spot.
And for something to replace the Rite Aid so that the pharmacy at the supermarket doesn't get crazy.
Yeah, those are all good desires. Did I ever invent anything? Did I ever invent anything? Like some sort of physical gizmo that does miggity meow? No.
That's like a stereotype of ENTPs, you know?
Well,
like,
I mean, the thing is, I have invented plenty of stuff, but it's just not that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
For example,
right.
I've coined terms that have come into common parlance, like intuitard. I claim that I coined that term, and as far as I can tell, I did.
Yeah, I think you did too. And
I hear it from other people all the time. It's spread,
you invented your bingo game.
Yeah, I've invented lots of things like an idea for the bingo game. Like for example, the raw room. When I implemented the raw room, there was nothing like it on YouTube. I I had a video conference room that people could go into. It was open 24/7. Anybody could go into it, and I hired somebody. So I didn't do the work of the invention. This is a textbook ENTP move, right? I hired somebody to implement my idea, which was I wanted a app of some kind to automatically record all the conversations in the raw room, chop them into 15-minute chunks, and upload them automatically and publish them to a YouTube channel. And the guy I hired made that happen. And that was the raw channel. The concept of it was there's a room where people are talking that's constantly being recorded, chopped in 15-minute chunks, and uploaded as videos to YouTube because this was before live streaming, right? So did that concept exist prior to me implementing it? I don't really think so. Not in the way that I did it, but was it was it a good idea? I think it was a good idea. Was it an idea that YouTube thought was a good idea? No. They now you you wouldn't be able to do that anymore. I'm quite sure. Figuring out typology, dimensional typology sure is an explanation that's satisfying for something that needed a satisfying explanation and didn't have one before. So there's that. I've written a lot of new songs. I've uploaded lots of meows. I'm not sure editing videos can possibly be phased out. Bunny says, "Yo, Grandpa, I can convert you to Islam. I can help a lot." No thanks. I don't want to convert to Islam, but I am considering this. I'm considering maybe I should pray to Jesus and point to Mecca at the same time. Then I can get like Islamic bonus points for my prayer. My coach said I should stay off social media. Does he mean this live as well? No, this live he is an exception. This is not. This doesn't count as social media. This counts as personal growth. I usually caption medical training videos. How boring, Alicia. Nobody wants no scrubs. How do I think the universe was made? I don't have an opinion on that. I don't really know.
So no scrubs.
No, no scrubs for
No
big dog.
scrubs was actually written by T-Boz. Was the only one from TLC who wrote on that song.
As for Ginsberg, I totally agree with Mozart that the most genius things are never written; they're channeled from the ether. I love the fact that Mozart said that. I think that's absolutely correct. Ezra says they asked Mozart how he was able to compose the most beautiful music, and he said, "I only exposed it. I didn't invent it." And I think it's completely correct. Okay, but from a third party's perspective, to the extent that a new thing is made manifest into the world, and somebody's going to be credited with creating it, Mozart's the one who gets credited, not somebody else, right? Bro, don't think the universe is made. No, I do think it's made. I mean, I think it came to be in some fashion. I just don't have any opinion about how. Okay, you be sorry, champion. That's fine. Bunny, God dropped a cup of milk and forgot to clean it up. That's the universe. So true, TT. Haha. Bro is 100 IQ. Actually, I'm 107, Bunny. I don't have any opinion about it. I think that grand cosmological question of the origin of everything is unanswered. I don't think the Big Bang meaningfully answers it. I don't think that, say, simulation theory meaningfully answers it. I don't think that God created everything meaningfully answers the question. So that's my position. You're going to grab carrots from Alicia's puss. Okay, so one way of attempting to troll that I'm generally not going to permit is sexually harassing other people. If you want to attack me, go for it, The meaning of life is to find meaning in yourself. What if the meaning in myself is to find meaning of life? Am I stuck in a loop? Black hole sun? Black hole sun doesn't make any sense. A black hole is not a sun. It does not produce light. It's not hot. It's not the result of a fusion reaction, an ongoing fusion reaction. Ergo, not a sun. Kind of like the opposite of a sun. In fact, if you have if you bear a child's sun and it's a black hole, well, you've just destroyed the universe. Funny, as I've indicated, I have the correct position on the origin of everything. We have no satisfying explanation for it. Therefore, the correct position is we don't know. Black holes fascinate you. Today, I made two phone calls I needed to make, nailed down a couple of pieces of business that I had to, and then I began streaming. Maybe the world wasn't meant to last forever. Bunny says I'm drunk. I actually don't drink alcohol and have not in over 10 years. As I tell other people who try this kind of see what sticks approach, you could simply ask me questions, garner information, and then use that information as ammunition against me because I'm very open and transparent. So you'd be well served to utilize that tendency of mine and your own capacity to ask questions. Mommy's gentle care, diapers fresh, love in the air, tenderness to share. Well, thanks, Andrew Coastal, for your strange poem. Dylan says, love the content, man. Keep up the great work. It's very inspirational. Shake some ass for the fans. You know what? I might just do that. I might just shake a little ass for the fans. I mean, at least it's actual fruit. No Patrick Waddle. That was this. Heineken 0.0. There's 0.0% alcohol in this. I'm quitting alcohol for 6 months next month for fun. Rachel said the devil got me.
I said that?
I don't think Rachel would have said that. Oh, right. Waddell. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that on purpose. Um, I will try to remember that. I don't mean to be calling you by a name other than your actual name. I respect people's, people can tell me what their name is and I should call them by that name, Scott Taylor's back. It's good to see you. Did I feed the birds today? No, I have not yet done that. Tarot card the devil. Bunny says, nice profile pic, the real Scott. Love you too, Patrick. Waddell. Beast ULTI. Ulti. Beast Ulti. Hey, do you smoke? Some people say I do. I hope Mike wins, but Paul might because he's so much younger. That's his only chance, right? He's gonna have to, you know, basically avoid getting beat up too much until Tyson presumably tires before he does. Um, there's nothing wrong with a social drink twice a week. No, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it for people who can drink and enjoy that drug. Then more power to them. No, I'm not in any huge hurry. I'm slow to make purchases, especially fairly large purchases. Um, I've got a $6,000 septic job to pay for. It's coming up soon. They're doing April 9th.
Okay.
But I will, before too long. And also, I want Rachel and I, before I even do that, though, the first kind of self protection thing I want to do, I want Rachel and I to go to the sheriff station and inform them that because we're live streamers and we live stream a lot, that it's possible that we might get swatted. Then somebody might call some shit in, right? And that if, in fact, they have any concerns, they can certainly call either my or Rachel's phone, but also they're welcome to come over, knock on the door. I'd be happy to let them in. They can look around. I don't. I'm not. I don't need to be all like, yeah, but I got a warrant. I don't need that. Obviously, the point of swatting is that cops don't need a warrant when there's exigent circumstances. So that's why swatting works. And it's one to. We're just gonna go in and give them a heads up and a forewarning that this might happen. If it does, please don't break down our door and stuff. We will let you in. And it's just me and Rachel here, and there's nothing going on. So I'm going to talk to you guys now about the story of the deaf child. Ezra Ginsburg says, did you ever watch the news clip about an entire village learning sign language because of the one child that was deaf? I am from that village. So yeah, I know all about it. I'm one of the people who learned that sign language. It was a necessary precondition to me being Glock 19 and go for the Remington 870. I'm going to get one gun, Patrick. I'm not going to get two guns. I know that you've recommended I get a handgun and a shotgun. I'm not going to get a shotgun. I don't want a shotgun. What I'm trying to avoid is a long gun that doesn't fit in a drawer. I want to get a small gun that fits in a drawer so that I can just have it by the bed. It's going to make me feel safer to know that it's there. Hopefully, I'll never take it out, but that's what I want. I do not want a shotgun. I don't even want this 22 rifle I have. I think I'll ask them at the gun store, like, can I sell it to them or trade it in or something? I don't know how it works. I'm sure there's a lot of rules with guns. That's the story of a deaf child. Right. And because I'm from that village, I can tell you he went on to lead a wonderful life. Big dog mofo. In order to speak to him, you have to not just use sign language, but speak like a deaf person. Because, right. And I'll tell them the channel name and tell them, like, we're live streaming like all the time. So any given moment in the day, if it's during being awake hours, we're likely to be live streaming. I am. Sometimes Rachel's with me. Sometimes a majority of the time I'm probably streaming by myself, but a good chunk of time Rachel's here too.
Yeah.
FFF_18. Hey, remember me? Cry, laugh, heart, heart. I gotta be honest. His name looks familiar, but I don't exactly remember you. I'm sorry. It's Mr. Nitro says, I don't think I can. I don't think I can troll this man. He's literally untrollable. I don't think I'm literally untrollable, but I think it's difficult to do so. I was hoping to bring in people attempting to do so here with this title. Yeah, we are so blessed to have eyesight and functioning parts. I agree, and hearing for sure. My hearing, it's critically important to me. I mean, all my things are, but if I had to, uh, if I had to sacrifice something, like I'd be most willing to sacrifice, say, my mobility. Like if it would be terrible, but if I had to choose one of the various ways in which I could be disabled, I'd rather be in a wheelchair than be blind, deaf, or have hand injuries, things like playing the guitar. I don't really need to walk around that much. It would be horrible, but let's say my legs got chopped off or something. Maybe I could put some of those Pastorius legs on.
Yeah.
Then I could win the Olympics and cheat and win the Olympics. He didn't win the Olympics, but it's like, that is definitely cheating. He should not have been allowed to compete in the regular Olympics with those composite things. Blind or paralyzed arms? I'll take blind. If I can get somebody else to read for me, or get the computer to read for me. We probably, yeah, I'll take blind. If you get a shotgun, I don't want a shotgun. I just want to get a small gun that fits into the drawer beside my bed, so I can just keep it there and feel safe, knowing that if anybody comes in and tries to get us, the gun's right next to me. I don't have to, you know. I just don't like the way that the rifle doesn't. I have no good place to store the rifle. There's no good place to put it. I don't want it just leaning in the closet or whatever. What's the title of the video? This video is "Can you troll this old man?" I was hoping that it would bring in people attempting to troll me, uh, but I suspect trolls are a little looking for more. They're looking for easier prey probably than somebody who invites them. Anyway, I just throw shit against the wall and see what works title wise. Yesterday's title of Time Traveler seemed to do pretty well. The best title seemed to have been "What's your paranormal experience?" I'm not saying you've ever trolled me, JC. What I'm saying is this title was an attempt to bring in people who want to troll me so I can see how I deal with it. Brazil ISOM 22 or 9 mil would be perfect for me. Yeah, I believe it was Patrick who was saying um, Glock 9 millimeter. So maybe I will ask. I'm going to ask at the store too. I'll see what the guy recommends at the store, and you know, maybe we'll do that pretty soon. There's no reason why we couldn't do it anytime. It's just I tend to be slow at pulling the trigger on purchases. The term is not intended as a pun here or anything. Temperatures are dropping. It says. Okay, so today 60, tomorrow 51, Saturday 50. All right, so they're dropping about 10 degrees. No big deal. No big deal, and I don't feel sad. I said, there's no big deal, and I don't feel bad. I said, there's no big deal, and mickety meow, 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 meow. Do I have any interest in going to space? No. They have a lot of nuances. I don't want a gun that needs a lot of nuances.
Definitely not, because I'm probably going to be using this also, and I want the easiest amount of steps.
I mean, Rachel, we could get you your own one. Because I'm not sure I want the same gun that you want. Um, Jake Scott though says it has a lot of nuances. I'm not planning on it right now. No, I'm just doing this. This is producing more success than that stuff ever did. And plus, I want to be a live streamer who gets to talk about whatever he wants and have a happy audience. So I want my subs to be subscribing to this kind of content, not my typology content. Yeah, so I think probably what we'll do in the coming months is we'll get me a handgun for my side of the bed, and we'll get Rachel a lady's handgun for her side of the bed. Um, I was imagining in my head when I was thinking about buying a handgun, to get one like a revolver, right? That's got 6 holes in that spinning thing. That's what I was imagining. But I'll talk to the guy at the gun store, see what he says. Maybe that kind of gun is not what people use anymore. I don't know. I don't know anything about guns. So I have heard suggested Glock 9 millimeter, but I don't like the idea that there's nuance to it. I'm not good with guns. I don't, I'm not a fancy guy or whatever. They'll sell you a SIG shitter at the gun store. I don't think the gun store in Mariposa is gonna try to, you know, milk me or whatever. I really trust this community. I trust every business in this community. The mechanic is so honest, so reliable, so fantastic, very affordable. It's crazy. I tell you what, I can time you out for failure to be original. And the reason I won't give this shout out is because I discriminate against people with Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not worried about reloading, right? If I have a handgun that that has 6 bullets in it, and I can't solve the problem with 6 bullets, I give up. Okay, you know, I'm not worried about reloading. If the problem I'm facing requires more than 6 bullets, then I give up. This is not a situation I'm going to be able to solve with my handgun. Okay. Live streaming is ordinary. This channel is like panning for gold in a stream. Meaning, so you mean some of this stream is gold, and others, other parts of the stream are just fool's gold.
Or are we the gold that you find in the stream?
I see. So if you're saying that the shorts feed is a stream, then this stream is gold within that stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you could be saying that. Yeah.
That's how I read it.
What if there's more than one? Well, I mean, if Rachel and I each have a gun that's loaded with 6 bullets, that's 12 bullets we could possibly have. And and again, I don't expect to face, like, say, a mercenary army attacking my house,
Yeah.
right? If that's happening, then I'm not trying to prepare for any contingency. I'm trying to prepare for an unlikely but conceivable contingency of someone breaking into my home, especially since we're getting increasingly to be public figures, right?
Like I think Jake Scott said, better to have.
And not need than need and not have. When it
Mhm.
comes to this, we're not going to be doing anything like that. We don't want to play around with
No,
guns.
I don't want to play with guns.
We're not getting guns to play with them. We're getting them to load them, put them in the drawer next to our bed, and forget about them until there comes to be a need at some point, if there is one.
I'd like to practice with mine just because.
Sure, we can go to that shooting range.
Okay.
Yeah, and in fact, these are my new overalls. Yeah, the reason a lot of people hate them is because I'm less likely to give in to my spring break urges.
Oh,
They're a little more difficult to do that with.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't hear that. It is spring break.
Yeah, it is spring break. Title is Troll an Old Man. Yeah. So please do troll as best you can. I appreciate it, Jay. Thank you for coming in. And I was hoping to attract more trolls to come, big stab at it. Doesn't seem to really be attracting them. Maybe I should have put, next time I'll do this. Please don't troll this old man.
Oh.
That'll bring them in. Next time we'll do that, right? I should get a semi instead. A semi truck. Nobody's going to break into the house to steal the guns. I do keep the doors locked all the time. I don't want a shotgun. I don't want any long gun, okay? The problem I currently have with this rifle is I have no good place to put it. It's too long to put anywhere that I want to put it. So it's like in this bottom shelf in the garage. It's like, how useful is that? I don't want it in the closet in my room, leaning. It just seems like it's gonna fall over. I just don't like it that way. I don't want a shotgun. Okay? I don't want a shotgun and I don't want a rifle. Well, people just respect the fact that I do not want either a shotgun or a rifle. Okay?
But see, this thing is, if we put traps in our yard, there's a high probability that like one of us will forget it's there.
Oh yeah, we will trap ourselves for sure. And
booby traps are illegal.
does this old man know he's being trolled? How about that? What do you think about that one,
That's a good
Rubenar?
one.
I don't need a machine gun. I don't want booby traps. I want a handgun for the reasons I've articulated. I want it to fit in the drawer beside my bed. And that's the main reason I want a handgun. Okay?
Wow, it's a felony.
Booby trapping's a felony. Yeah, I don't want a
No,
booby
we're not.
trap.
Yeah. We nixed the whole Home Alone idea.
Right. Yeah, it was on the whiteboard under serious consideration. Should be home defense. How should we do it? Get a gun, keep a bear, home alone. We went with gun.
Yeah.
You sound a lot like Benjamin Owen. I do. I don't know who Benjamin Owen is. So what we need to do, basically, Rachel, is we need to talk to the gun range people and tell them because they have that Women's Health and Safety Day.
Oh.
I wish we had you participate in it. Women's Health and Safety Day here is women get to go to the gun range and they have a variety of different guns for women to try out and fire and see which ones feel comfortable for them.
I didn't think.
We saw it and kind of laughed at it in the
Yeah.
past, but now I feel differently. This is just a 12. I'm not planning on being in a firefight, Jay. Okay? If the invader has a handgun as well, then one of us will shoot the other one, I'm sure in short order. It's not going to be an extended firefight. This isn't going to be an action movie where I'm behind the door, leaning up, pew, 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 pew. If that happens, okay, I am not going to win that because somebody who's better at guns is going to win that. It will be longer if you have a revolver than a 12. Okay, I just want this is getting too complicated. I just want a regular handgun, okay? Just like the regular ones, like this. Can we just get one of those, please? Am I German? Okay, I believe it's better advice, but it's not what I want. Okay, I'm not a marksman. I also don't want to shoot a bunch of birdshot all over my house.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want, after I fire the shotgun, for my walls to be full of little holes.
No.
It's not like there are wide areas around here where I could easily miss either. If somebody's coming at me down the hallway who's broken in, okay, look, maybe I'm wrong. Let's acknowledge this. I am wrong to want the kind of gun I want. Okay? I am wrong to do so. Nevertheless, I want the kind of gun I want. Okay? What I should title is, what kind of gun should I get? Handgun. Not shotgun, not rifle. Let me edit this video. First, I have to change to this other account. It's already 3 o'clock. Wow, 12,800 subs. It's crazy sauce. What kind of handheld, I'm gonna not use the word gun, handheld home defense should I get? Title that, see what happens. What handheld home defense should I get? That's the the question. We'll see what the answer is. Literally. I'm not sure I can make that claim and substantiate it, though. Does this old man know he's being trolled? The question's always safer. You don't have to worry about people proving you wrong, quote unquote. Temporal teleporter says revolver is the way to go. Doesn't jam, less parts to break, clean, easy to clean, easy to load. I don't want to clean it, okay? I shouldn't have to clean it unless I use it a lot, right? I don't plan to use it a lot, so yeah. I want a grocery getter. I'm picking a motorcycle. I believe that the 12 is better. I just don't want that. Maybe the guy at the gun store can talk me into it. I don't know.
I feel like good advice from an INFJ to another INFJ is don't buy a motorcycle.
Don't buy a motorcycle.
Yeah, because we don't have the SE or TE.
I'm not getting a motorcycle again. I used to have motorcycles, but only 6 shots. How can I need more than 6 shots to shoot somebody who's presumably standing not very far away from me? If I'm feeling justified in shooting somebody at all, I have already ascertained for sure that this is an intruder. It's not anybody else, right? And that they are posing a genuine threat to me and Rachel. I've determined that with 100% certainty before I'm shooting anybody. And I hope that Rachel takes the same approach, right? You don't shoot unless you're 100% certain
Yeah.
you are shooting somebody who poses a genuine threat to you.
So I have to get used to having it around because I can be, like that time I thought there was a knock on the door. I got up and ran to the door. Like I
And
can
opened it.
Yeah.
That was a
so
weird dream thing.
I don't know. I don't know what I was like. I got into panic mode and just reacted, and I don't want that to happen.
Someone said something bad to you. Somebody said something bad to me? To me? Are you sure, Dixon Mason? I'm pretty sure nobody said anything bad to me. Do you have ammunition in us like GTA? I don't know what that is. My kid is not with me, okay? It's just me and my wife. Okay? It's just me and my wife. The thing is, um, I'm not unmovable on the point. You made your point, and I'll consider it, okay? If there's a short shotgun, I can't imagine a shotgun being short enough to fit in that drawer, but maybe. Now, okay, Jay, I get it, but and you're not completely unconvincing, but I still don't believe that I could find a shotgun that would fit in the drawer of the dresser by my bed, which is what I want. I want a gun that fits in that drawer. So I mean, maybe that's kind of an arbitrary thing, but for me, if it's not in that drawer, it's not accessible enough when I need it. Okay. So can I fit that 12 shotgun in my drawer? I don't think so. But maybe I can. I mean, think about it this way, Jay. Don't compare against the ideal, compare against the alternative. I don't, I'm not somebody who has ever before, um, I'm not somebody who's ever before had any kind of gun until a year ago when I got this 22 rifle, right? The alternative for me is no gun, not something else, right? The alternative for me is keep the status quo, have this very poor for self-defense gun of a 22 bolt action rifle that I can't imagine it being effective enough for me in any kind of situation where I need it because it's not near me, not right next to my bed, right? So these are the alternatives: keep the status quo, or improve on the status quo, but not make it perhaps your vision of the perfect status quo. Okay. I don't have a shoddy slotty, right? That's the problem. Sawed-off shotguns are illegal. I don't want anything illegal either. Okay, I will. Okay, I really did open a can of worms here. I will hear everyone's suggestions. I will entertain all possibilities. Okay. Bob says I like the Springfield Hellcat Pro. That's what I like. Okay. Um, you can get 100% legal small frame shotguns. Okay, well, if it's is it really as small as a handgun? If it really is that small, then maybe I could get that. Remember, I am in California, so maybe I have limited choices because of that. I'm not sure. As I've indicated, I'm not a gun person, so I don't really know anything about them. And historically, my whole life, I've never had any gun until just recently. And the only reason I want to get one now is because we are becoming more and more public figures, and people sometimes get super angry. We don't have any wolves here, and we do have um, mountain lions, which are not panthers, but temporal teleporter says, I don't have a revolver, but for simple home defense, it's reliable and easy to use. It's going to rip your wrist off. Okay, so yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing I should mention here. Um, I don't want a gun that has a lot of recoil. I have kind of weak wrists, and I don't want to make hurt them. I need my wrists for playing the guitar. I don't want something that hurts my hands or wrists at all. So I don't want a lot of recoil. Do I like Dio? I mean, no, but I can sing a Dio song. Or I can maybe Rainbow in the Dark. I could probably sing Rainbow in the Dark if I really tried. 12s have very little recoil.
What's Rainbow
Okay.
in the Dark?
Well, that's cool to know. Jay, thank you. Semi 12s have very little recoil. So that's not a concern then with that. Okay, cool. I mean, I've heard recommendations for the handgun that I get a 9mm. Will you get them blinds from Perfect Shutters? Did you get them? No, we bought this house. It had these plantation shutters, as they're called, um, already here. So, yeah, this is all recorded. I'm not. All I'm doing is talking about. Rachel and I are planning on getting a couple of handguns, one for the drawer next to each of our the bed. I guess probably Rachel will put her handgun in the drawer upstairs, right?
Oh, I was thinking, yeah, upstairs would probably be better than the nightstand next to
Yeah.
the Fred.
And we just need to remember that the number one thing is, we'd rather err on the side of not shooting sooner, being wrong, and having to be an intruder, than ever err on the side of shooting without being sure, right? So,
Well, I have to say, in that case, it's a
maybe,
lucky thing that, I'm usually someone who freezes, in.
right. Well, I mean, the main reason I want you to have a handgun is sometimes I go away for a
Yeah.
night, Yeah. And I want you to have a gun you're comfortable with, not trying
Yeah.
to handle a gun that
Yeah.
you're not comfortable with, right?
No.
You've got probably some time. I mean, I tend to take a while to decide to actually execute a decided purchase. finger lock safe or straight access? I mean, I think we want to have safeties on them for sure. Um, you thought we were Democrats? I don't. I'm not any kind of political label. I'm a correctist. I'm correct on every specific political issue, but that includes the Second Amendment and individual right to own a handgun is something I fully support. We live in a community where everyone's armed. Would you kill for your child? I mean, I have no problem killing somebody who invades my home and poses a real threat to me. What I'm saying to Rachel is we have to be absolutely sure that anytime before we shoot anybody that we know definitively that this person is a threat, has entered our home illegally, is intent to do harm to us. Like I don't. I want to make sure we don't shoot somebody who breaks into our home but is just drunk and got into the wrong house, right? So I mean, it's like I want to make sure that we're not just shooting any stranger that happens to break into our home, but additionally that they genuinely pose a threat to us. Otherwise, I'm not going to shoot them, right? So in that regard, I'm going to be very extremely err on the side of safety, and even to the extent that you know I might incur some additional risk to make sure I don't kill somebody who I don't have to. What's my opinion on communism? It's just a another form of totalizing an ideology, which always results in some degree of totalitarianism, and and additionally that there's no good way to have some central authority decide for every individual how their resources and labors should be directed, and etc. It's insane. I'm not interested in a less lethal option either. Okay, I want a gun that because I view it as a very very clear binary thing. If this person I can ascertain for sure and determine for sure that this person is a genuine threat to us, is here to do us harm slash rob us or whatever, then I am shooting to kill because I'm not a good marksman. I'm not going to try to wound them. Okay. Once they go down, I will stop any further shooting of them, obviously. Once I determine they're no longer pose a threat, I will stop shooting. If they're not dead, I will, regardless, I'll immediately call the 911, try to save their life. I'm not desiring to kill somebody. However, if I'm going to shoot anybody at all, I will shoot to kill. It's extremely binary for me. If somebody has forfeit their rights sufficiently by their actions to justify me shooting them at all, then I am not fucking around. But that doesn't mean I want to get the most lethal gun possible, right? Because while that's the case, I would prefer, after having attempted to shoot to kill, that I had failed and that the person's still alive and can be saved, provided they go down, So that's that's what I just explained, Jay. Even though it's a clear binary for me, I either don't shoot at all or I shoot to kill. That doesn't mean I want the gun most likely to kill, because while that's how I'm going to approach the shooting, my hope is that I actually don't kill them and that they survive but go down and are no longer any kind of a threat, because I don't want to kill anybody. But there's the complicated, somewhat complicated reality of it, right? No, there are no robberies in my area. I'm actually not worried, but no, I don't want them to do that either, Jay. But I'm saying I want my approach to how to use the gun, as I explained to Rachel. Rachel and I are not marksmen. I'm going to shoot for the biggest part right here. which is to say shoot to kill. I don't want a taser. I want a gun. Um, anyway, so, but that doesn't mean I want to kill them. It means that uh, I want to have the best chance of hitting them, so I'm shooting for the biggest part. No, I'm perfectly okay with killing them, but that doesn't mean I want to maximize the likelihood of killing them by getting the most lethal gun. It's more complicated than the way you make it, Jay, right? I want to make sure first that whoever I shoot at all is not only, am I not only justified in shooting them, but that I ought to shoot them. So I've ascertained that they're not just accidentally breaking into my house or that I can't scare them away in some other way, right? But the thing is, what I'm worried about is not so much random crime like that, but because we are public figures of somebody coming in to say, try to rape Rachel, right? That's the kind of thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, it is something to be worried about, honestly.
Okay, Jay. Well, I mean, I'm not unwilling to get a. It's going to be a compromise no matter what, right? I don't want a lot of recoil. Presumably, if I get a gun with a lot of stopping power, it's got more recoil, right? I mean, I think we'd be much less likely to shoot a woman who's coming to try to rape me than we would to shoot a man coming to try to rape Rachel, you know? Well, that may be the case, Jay, but I'm going to have to practice shooting this gun some. And I'm going to have to experience the recoil every time I practice it at all. And I don't want to have to practice with a gun that hurts my wrists. I've got weak wrists, okay? It's like, you're just going to have to accept the reality, Jay, that I have my own set of criteria that I want met. And they may not jibe with your understanding what the best thing for me to get is. But I nevertheless would like to have the gun that meets my criteria. Okay? Okay, so I'll nix the revolver, okay? I'll nix the revolver. But the problem, Sean, is I have a 22 rifle. I don't want a long gun. I want a gun that I can put in the drawer next to my bed. I should pair it with a good surveillance system. That's true. Did you know that a good-looking woman will serve less time in jail than a non-attractive woman? I believe it. It doesn't surprise me. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't surprise me.
It's unfortunate.
Sapri Abala says, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I can tell that you are back. Okay, please don't say it anymore. I know that you're back. Shut up about it already. You're back in timeout, but you're back. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm not trying to dispute the wisdom of your understanding. You obviously know a lot about guns and some home protection and stuff. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just saying, even though you're right, I'm not a gun person and I want what I want. This may not be the best choice, but I still would like to have my criteria met. I don't need to get a revolver. That's just what I imagined when I thought about getting a gun, was one of those, because you spin the circle thing around. I don't know. I'd be perfectly happy to get a gun where you put a clip into it instead. That would be fine. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm sorry. It appears that way. I do want home protection, and maybe the kind of gun I want is not best for home protection, but it's better than what I have now, okay? The 22 bolt action rifle, by the time I got it out of where I have it in the garage and put a bullet into it and stuff, I'd already be dead. So anyway, I hope actually that the gun store does trade-ins. That he'll take the rifle and give me some little credit for one of the other guns that we're gonna get. I don't know if gun stores do that or not. Anybody know about that? Do gun stores like car stores? 1911 are proven. That sounds like a very old gun. Was it made in 1911? You can't do that? Oh, okay. Let's see. I know everyone has a specific situation. That's the fun and suggestion. If you've had your 22 1,000 years ago, you would have been considered a god, right? Well, now I just consider it too long. Basically, that's my complaint about it is it's too long. Colt 911, usually chambered in 45 ACP. I don't know what ACP means, but okay, I'll be back after the gun talk in 5 hours. I'll change the uh, I'll change the title here in a little bit. You don't smoke cannabis. I don't? That's good to know. Landmines, great idea. We're going to pass on the landmines. Look into a Springfield XD9 if you want a 9 mil, or a Sig Sauer P6365 if you want smaller. Somebody has already said like those Sig Sauers are um, are not a good choice. I don't remember who said that, but I don't remember why they said that either. It means auto. I mean, aren't automatic guns illegal? That had to be semi-auto. Is it worth it to spend your money on cars? No, absolutely not. So, you know, that's a jargon thing. Okay. I would like a gun that every time you pull the trigger, it shoots a bullet. You don't have to do anything in between. Like with the bolt action 22, I shoot a bullet, then I have to go, and then I can shoot another bullet. That's if I have the clip in. I would like a bullet that I don't. I like a gun that I don't have to do anything between pulling. Every time I pull a trigger, a bullet comes out. I can pull it up to like 6 times. Let's say, I don't have to do anything like that in between. Right? You know what I'm saying? I just described semi-auto. It's bolt action. I believe it's called. It does have a clip, so if I have the clip full of bullets, I can go like this and push it forward again, and it automatically loads another bullet into it. Or I could put bullets in one at a time. But I want the semi. Okay, yeah. So I want semi-automatic. Then it means you can every time you pull the trigger, a bullet comes out, right? Okay, that's what I want. The bolt action is considered single fire rate, non-auto reload, manual shell ejection. Yeah, when you go like this, the shell pops out. What's the best reply to you smell bad? And say, you mean you smell badly, and please don't discriminate against me because of the weakness of my olfactory senses. I'd kind of like to get an American-made handgun if they still have those. They still have is Winchester still a company, or I don't know, America Gun or something? Is there some kind of American gun company that makes handguns? It seems kind of the sort of thing that um, I'd like to buy American since this country respects gun rights, unlike most other countries. But I don't know if there are any good American gun companies. Winchester's still around, says Remington. Okay. In the Old West, from what I understand, the gun that won the Old West was called the Winchester Repeating Revolver. Do they still make that gun? Is that a good gun to get? A Winchester Repeating Revolver? You know, actually, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe a flintlock musket might be my best choice for home defense. Hi, JJ. Colt is good. How can another country disrespect a gun right if they never had built into the Constitution? Well, gun rights are just property rights, you know? It's like, you might not say that it's a natural right per se, that it should be limited in some ways, but a right is inherently implicit to a person. It's not just something that the Constitution defines and it is extant only as a constitutional right. There are some such rights that are extant only as constitutional rights or civil rights, such as the right to vote, but gun rights are not such a right. I mean, after all, somebody has guns in every country. Why do they get them and nobody else does? What is we doing? We're talking about guns for the moment. We're about to change the title, I think, to something else because I like this topic, but I'm not sure other people really do. I like it because I happen to be in the market for handguns, so. It just says the title may get me banned. I don't think so. I mean, I'm just talking about this subject. I'm not showing any guns. So I'm pretty sure that's fine. I mean, it's low for me though right now. Yeah, lower. Yeah. So I'm gonna edit the video title and change it something that has more broad appeal. Maybe I'll go back to. I'll try this one. Does this old man know he's being trolled? Try that. Okay. Let's see how that works. So I am very concerned about, like, if I were showing a gun of any sort, certainly if I were shooting one, I would be concerned that I would get in trouble with YouTube. But I'm pretty confident that you can discuss the topic. Hey, I understand that YouTube's pretty skittish about a lot of things, but why do you say never trade in your gun, Jay? I don't want that rifle. I thought I wanted it, but I don't want it. So should I, as a homeowner, buy a blaster? Well, it didn't have the word gun in the title, you know. Got banned on YouTube for, okay, well, you're probably being anti-Semitic, it sounds like. I didn't put gun in the title. I didn't put it, so should be okay. And regardless, the nice thing about YouTube that I've discovered is that when a human checks out your shit, they seem to evaluate it quite fairly. What's going on around here is not bad at all, you know? Okay, well, I just don't it's like I don't have a good place to keep it. It's too long, and I don't really want it. So even if I could only get that for it, or even if I just get the gun store to just take it from me and say, I don't want this anymore. Can you please take it? That would be fine. I just don't want it. It's too long. But yeah, every time I've been, I've had some sort of a problem. Probably restart the stream now. Hmm. Maybe. Let's give it a few minutes and see if things change. If they don't, maybe I will. This stream didn't start with that title. It started with a different title. I mean, I prefer horizontal live streaming as well if all things were equal, but vertical live streaming gets much better action than lots better action from the short speed and stuff. So I don't want a sword, a sword for home defense. I mean, you could use a sword for home defense, but sometimes huge erection. Maybe YouTube has put a put some sort of shadow flag on this stream because they determined that I was talking about guns or something. But no matter how whatever they are, I read about the update to the community standards and about guns and stuff. And as I recall, it just said, you can't show any usage of guns. And I'm not showing that at all. I'm just discussing it. I don't want that kind of attention, Dixon Mason. And I also don't like to defame myself with counterfactuals. I mean, the thing is, huge erection as well. We don't know exactly how things play out. Yeah, I play chess. Do you want to play me chess? We could play a game of chess right now. If things don't change after I play Gobtree at chess, then I'll restart the stream probably. But the thing is, actually, we need to start getting ready here pretty quick. After I play this game of chess, maybe Rachel and I'll practice these songs we're going to play tonight, and then I want to get there a little earlier than we did last time because I don't want to sit in that table at the very front like that, if possible. Um, okay, so what was I about to do?
Um, you were about to get the chess thing.
Oh yeah, chess. This one. This is the best one. Here's the URL. And I will put it up here on the meow. Okay, actually, you know what, Godfrey? Even though you brought it up, Sean L., can you play me instead first? I owe Sean the opportunity to whoop my ass. Okay, so please, hopefully Sean shows up, and I'll play this game, and I'll put this on. I'll turn this around so you guys can see the game. All right, give me a second, Sean, and I will have this set up. Let me make it a little bit smaller than that. Okay, there we go. Sean has moved before I was ready, but it's fine. Okay, so as you see, I'm currently kicking Sean's ass because you know, I'm more than a little bit of a badass chess player. And Sean recently beat a grandmaster, but I have attained a level of supreme master in chess, which is even better than grandmaster, obviously. And accordingly, I'm going to defeat him right now, and defeat him with my powerful moves that I use in chess. I was voted most powerful mover in chess uh, for what, like 16 years in a row. I'm gonna go ahead and make this trade. I'm gonna take his horse. He obviously is gonna take my bishop now because he's a dick, but that's what you expect from dicks. Now, what I'm gonna do is something pretty fun. I'm gonna move this guy here, and I think we're all gonna delight in that because everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, Eric, what a good move you made." Understandably, because I did make such a good move. Now he cheats. Now, of course, Sean cheats because he's a cheater. And that's what cheaters do, you know? They cheat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, no, I'm not going to do that actually. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go right ahead and do this. All right. Now he could, in theory, it's true, try to now trade me a bishop for a horse. But I'm like, no, fuck you. And so he's not doing that, according, of course, because he knows that that's not cool. I explained it. You got to explain things. Just like Lucy had to explain things to her husband in that famous television show. You might remember it. It was the precursor to Everybody Hates Raymond. And so, I moved this thing there, and what we got now is Sean's finding himself like, oh my God, I'm losing so badly, whatever shall I do? And I'm like, nothing you can do, bro, because I'm the supreme master of chess. If Sean were to beat me this time, well, it would be, I think, unprecedented is one word we could use. So as you see there, he decided to cheat again because he's a big stinky cheater. Oh, right. Check. Likely story is what I'd say to that. And I'm right about that. So he was cheating, and so he temporarily gained an advantage, but I'm not worried because cheaters never prosper. I learned that back in school. Uh, Even though I kept getting A's on tests from cheating, I still somehow came to believe it. So I was like, I can't believe how good Eric is. Like, why can't I get him? He's so damn good all the time. But what he didn't expect, nobody expected, everybody was shocked, is this. And now he's like, oh, fuck. I am in some serious fucking trouble right now. And he's right, he is. At any moment, he could collapse from a heart attack, from death, from dying, any number of those things. And it's all because he tried to cheat, and cheaters never prosper. A lot of people think you can't really cheat in chess. Well, just see what Sean's doing right now. It's called cheating, okay? It's called cheating. Cheating, cheating. Because he's a big cheater, a big, big cheater, and I don't like his cheating ways. He's realizing now that his cheating has gotten him in trouble. And he's like, what am I going to do? I don't even have any pawns anymore that I can move. You have plenty of pawns you can move. Move that pawn over there in front of your bishop. Move that pawn up a step. That's your best move. Just go ahead and do it. That's what he wants to do. He's thinking about it. I already know where he's going to move. He's going to move that pawn in front of his bishop up one square. Wait a second. Hold on a second. You scoundrel. How dare you? What are you thinking? That's not okay. You see how this scoundrel just tried to pull on me? Am I in checkmate? I lost. I was one move away from
Wow.
getting him in checkmate. If I had been able to move this queen here, he would have been in checkmate. Instead, he got me in checkmate. What a cheater. Wow. I guess cheaters do prosper. That was impressive, Sean. That was very impressive. Uh, I thought I actually played unusually well for me, and you just whooped my ass. You want to play again, chess? I don't. I mean, Sean's obviously better than I am. I will put another. I could play another couple games of chess. I don't think Sean L used ChatGPT. It would take too long to do that, probably. Okay, we'll play another game of chess. But then after that, we're gonna stop playing chess because I need to. We need to practice a little bit before we go to this open mic. All right, so here's the link. Pugity Pow. Copy and paste. So anyone wants to play me, go ahead and play me. That's fine. Let's do this. Maybe this time I'll win. You know, I don't think I'm a terrible chess player, but I, I didn't even see that I was gonna get checkmated like that from Sean. Oh, that's a microphone right there. Yeah, you talking about this? It's a microphone. You don't need to copy. You just click it. Anybody who wants to play me, just click it. You ever playing at an open mic in Mariposa? Nobody wants to play, that's fine. Nobody wants to play, that's fine. Nobody wants to play, that's fine. If nobody wants to play, that's fine. There's the link again. Anybody on? Oh, there we go. Well, cool. Who am I? I'm white first, okay. All right, so let's see if this person cheats as bad as Sean did. Basically, every time I play chess, I either win or the other person cheats. That's how it works. So my record for fair games of chess is I'm undefeated. When I lose, that's how you know someone else was cheating. What happened? Is it my turn? You didn't even go yet, though. How could it be my turn? I don't know. This one seems broken. Let's try again. That one seems broken, so pugity pow, pugity pee, pugity pew, pugity pew. Meow, mugity me, banana, banana. All right, it's my turn. Hmm. Well, this person's causing me some problems. Whoever they are. I'm not sure. But I do know this. I'm going to move right there. I see. You want to play like that, huh? All right, then. Fine. Be that way. Uh, all right. Well, I guess I'll go down here. How about that? Oh, no. Well, that's not so good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just go ahead and move right here. All right. And see if I can. Okay. Now you're definitely cheating. Oh, I see. Now we're going to play Get Me with the Horse. Well, you know what, mister? I'm going to go right there. See how you like that? Okay? Just knock off your nonsense for once. I'm sick of it. This guy's good. Who is this person? Okay. Now you're just getting like, I'm just going to cheat all the time. Big ass cheater. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go right here, MFer. I'm going to go right there. See, like that. This guy's a total cheater, whoever it is. Just every single move he's cheating. See what I'm saying? That's what I call cheater, pants on fire. And you understand why. You probably would use the same expression if you knew how to speak. Of course, you don't know how to speak. That's why this guy keeps cheating all the time. No, dude, no. Okay? You can't get me. You just need to stop. Just deal with it. You can't get me. Okay? Um, for lots of reasons. You can't get me. You fuck. Why do you always want to do this to me? Now you're going to kill my bishop. No, you won't, because I'll get you with my horse. Again with a check. Fuck you already. Stop. Checky check pants here is just like, I'm going to keep getting you in check because I'm a big cheater. Like Checky. That's not how you play chess, all right? Chess is not a game for cheaters. Chess is a game for serious people who aren't cheaters. Finally, I'm not in check for once. Amazing. Now what should I do now that I'm actually not in check for 5 seconds? Well, I think I should do this. But now he's going to kill my horse. God damn it. Well, he didn't even kill my horse. He just keeps playing chess wrong. I don't know why. He's a cheater. That's why. I'm going to kill this pawn. I don't even care. Take my castle. I mean, it's like, I'm going to go here. Take that. Did this guy cheat anymore? The answer is no. None more. He could cheat none more than he's cheating right now. Maximally cheating. But look, he can't even finish the game. Because I'm so tough with just my bishop and my king. I'm just like tough as fuck, you know? He can't kill me. He doesn't have the skills to kill the bills. He has no skills to kill the bills. Oh, you dick. I'm not taking that. I'm killing your horse. Just out of spite. Cheater, cheater, pants on fire. No, no. How am I? Oh, checkmate. Well, you can see now how cheating pays off for people in chess. It really does. I don't believe I was cussing. So I'm going to actually end this stream. I'm going to start a new stream. And it's going to be titled, maybe I should just do it right now instead of doing this. But I was thinking about stopping the stream, starting a new stream titled Eric and Rachel Practice for Open Mic. But maybe we'll just practice right now. It's got 25, so maybe I'm getting people coming in. I don't know. But actually, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to title something like, Does this old man make terrible music? I think it's a good title. Anyway, I'll be right back.